Wow, you all look beautiful. I'm so glad. I'm so happy. Thank you for being here. I want to welcome each and every one of us to the Ladies Convention 2021 by the new, improved, revised Province 3.
I need some couples that will volunteer.
My wife is more romantic.
Oh, let's celebrate her.
It is her structure.
Her structure.
Her
physique. And she looks really good.
Yes.
I don't blame you, sir. She's beautiful. Please, let's clap for him. What physical feature of your wife do you like best?
I like her backside.
Hey, correct. As an African man now. Oh. And I like that. He wasn't ashamed to say it. Yeah. Well done, sir. Thank you. What's your husband's favorite food?
Eba.
Ma'am, what's your husband's favorite hobby? What does he like to do most?
He likes to clean the house most.
Wow. Hey, husband material, 1,002 yards. What's your wife's dress size? Her dress size, is it 12, 14, 10, 16? I like this. Don't worry, I'll forgive you if you don't know, because you're already husband material, 1,005 yards. I'll forgive you.
Marriage can be sweet. Marriage can also be difficult. It's a matter of perspectives. It's a matter of what you decide to do with that marriage that will make the difference. Succeeding, living well, having a godly marriage, having a marriage that works is a matter of decision. You can decide and say, my marriage will work. It's a matter of decision. One of the things that's missing in most marriages is that there are many critical decisions to be made that people have not made. Your marriage can make you, but your marriage can also kill you. People die daily as a result of the pressures they go through in marriage. And yet people also live luxuriously as a result of the experiences they have in marriage. That's why making a decision is very key. You had made a decision to marry the man you marry or the woman you marry. There are a few other decisions you need to make for you to get the results you are looking for in that marriage. I find that there is a trend that is evolving where women seem to now be running homes and men now seem to be the one receiving, the help of women in every area of their lives. We are beginning to see increasing lack of respect for each other in homes. The greatest need of a man in marriage is honor and respect. We have seen that there's a deteriorating situation where men are no longer getting respect in the home. Marriage answers to principles. There are principles that make marriage work. Yeah, our spirituality is very important. Being Christians is very important. But if you do not apply the principles that make marriage work, then you just be struggling. You got to know those principles. You got to live by them. Very simple. Husbands, love your wives. And wives, submit to your own husband. Very simple principle. But in practice, very difficult to actualize. There tends to be a lot more competition rather than collaboration. We are seeing increasing competition between the husband and the wife. Thereby, there is an absence of agreement. There is a lack of collaboration. They are not working, they are working at cross purposes. It's very essential that we all have a sense of why God has brought us together. God does not just make mistakes bringing a man and a woman together. It is for the fulfillment of certain goals. And these goals are goals that are geared towards giving God glory. If you don't understand it that way and you are there, then there's going to be this friction and everybody's going to be walking in different direction. What do we need to do now? What are those essential, godly factors that will help us? Where should we be returning to? The question to ask is, why is it increasingly becoming difficult for people to remain Christians in marriage, even though they are Christians in church? Why can't I remain a Christian in every situation rather than just being a Christian in church? I once counseled a brother I love so much. Good education, good exposure, works, at high level in the oil industry and all of that. And when his wife and himself came to me because of perennial problems, there was just one aspect that got me. And I said, you slap your wife? You slap your wife repeatedly? He said, yes, I do. But it's not me that is doing it. Anytime my hand goes and slaps her, I don't know. I'm not in control. I said, but what prompts you? What takes your hand up at all? He said there are some things she says. When she begins to say that, my hand will start moving. Then she will continue to say, my hand will move. He said, by the time my hand gets to a certain level, I will lose control. Instead of her to know that something is coming, she will say it again. And then my hand will land. Bam. And he says, when I slap once, I like to slap twice to make sure that the thing balance. But the fact that you didn't know when to say enough is enough, it's the real problem in the home. Many of us, we don't know when to say enough is enough. When we get into a certain drive, we forget that we are Christians. If a Christian decides to be a Christian in every situation and every circumstance, it will solve a lot of the problems we have in marriages. One of the essential characteristics, godly characteristics that we need is to renew our identity in Christ. Do I know whether I will face challenges that are beyond my strength in marriage? They are possible. But do I have the power to be a child of God even in that circumstance? Yes, I do. That's the bottom line. There should be a challenge between a husband and wife who represents God's glory more in this home. That's the kind of challenge we should have. So when you're a child of God, you have dealings with the Holy Spirit. It guides you. We cannot be... No. You must make a new resolve. No, my marriage must work. It just must work. It's a matter of a decision. I will love my husband. I will love my wife. It's a decision. It starts from the point of decision. Number 2, essential characteristics, godly characteristics, is acceptance. Can I hear you say acceptance? The first one was identity. This is acceptance. Acceptance simply means opening your heart to accept that person that you have agreed to marry just the way the person is. Now, it doesn't say that people should not improve. It just says, I know this person's weakness. I know that this is it. So, it can annoy you sometimes, but after a while, you train your heart to say, I'm going nowhere. This is my wife. We need to go back to the place where we can begin to accept each other just the way we are. Let's celebrate our differences. We are all not perfect, but you need to accept that person only back to yourself. I don't need to pretend. Many of us are in marriages, we stay there, we really don't even like the person we are married to anymore. As we are talking now, there are brothers who are still saying, I wish it was Monica. How did I miss it, Monica? Monica. There are women who are just tolerating their husbands. I say, men, they just spending money. That's why I'm still here. Men, let me give you that secret. Don't put yourself in a state where your wife is not agreeing with your prayers or is praying counter prayers. The third ingredient I like to talk about is agreement, the power of agreement.
For all of us who are ministers, all of us who are Christians, ministers in particular, if you are not careful, you are going to live and be a mighty blessing to people outside. And people in your house, they don't have any feel. So when people see you, have you seen when people look at a man and say, he's a very nice man, he's a very, very good man, and they talk to the wife for the wife to confirm, and the wife just say, hey, Jesus. Women, am I correct? So when that happened to me, I began to ask myself a very critical question. Why am I doing like this? Why am I more patient with people outside and expect my wife to understand? The first thing I want you to know, if you are going to survive in these days and age, you have to learn how to balance whatever you are doing, the time you give to other things, and also begin to give time to family. The things that help me to balance my work and my family. The first thing I did was that I understood that one, I am not just one person. I have limited energy. I have limited, limited strength. I have limited focus. I have limited creativity, vitality. And because of that, I realized that number one, I am a composite being. I am a composite being. I am not just one thing. I am many things. So to the congregation I pastor, I am their pastor. To my wife, I am a husband. To my children, I am a father. And to play all of those roles, they are not easy roles to play. And if you're not careful, life will shout at you the loudest. Few of them will shout the loudest to you, and you will respond to the one that is shouting the loudest. The one that is like more urgent, that is making a demand on you. You keep responding to that. And then you leave other equally important things undone. Number two, they are all CCC. Number one is composite. You're a composite being. Number two is the power of understanding. You be conscious. To be conscious that you are a composite being. If you are not conscious of everything that you are, you will not be able to respond well when the demands on those things have come. Number three is concentrate. Concentration means that if you are going to draw balance in concentration, when you are focusing at home, focus at home. When it's time to play, concentrate and play. When it's time to pay attention to your children, concentrate to pay attention. When it's time to pay attention to your spouse, concentrate to do that. You have to use the power of concentration to be able to juggle life and create some level of balance. Because you cannot do everything at the same time. So when you are doing a particular thing, concentrate on that, including kissing and having sex. When you are having sex, you cannot be thinking about soup you want to make. You have to concentrate. You cannot be in a place you are enjoying with your wife or your husband. You are thinking about projects that you have not executed, the project that you lost. That's why as you are thinking about meeting on Monday and you are not well prepared for Monday, before you know what is happening, the arsenal will fall down. Thank you, ma. Would you just say, you understand? The thing just shook the woman like that. If you're going to build a balanced life in this time and season, one, understand that you're a composite being, you are many things. Number two, be conscious of that. Number three, concentrate. And number four is for you to draw the power of consistency. Don't forget that the people that are closest to you, they ought to enjoy the best of you. They have to enjoy the best of your time. They have to enjoy the best of your laughter. When you go home, crack joke. Don't go there like a military cantonment person. When you do wrong, apologize. Whether you're a man, a woman. There is no gender that cannot make mistake. If you do, just say I'm sorry and move and change and move forward.